What happened?
Y'all gonna dap over the man and everything. And I feel like the joke is about me.
It's literally not about you.
No, it's not. It's about what we're talking about.
Hey, over there like.
That's why I kind of.
Wait, are y'all talking about me right now, dude?
If you missed it, you just missed it. Like you know how shit be on this show. You know how shit be. If you missed it, you missed it.
I think I just have to listen.
Exactly. But on that note,
welcome back to the podcast, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, Young Silk. Goddamn, I got a headache today, but I'm gonna get shit. To the left of me is my boy Jaytona 4th Wild. Right of me, my dog Big Business Bino.
What?
Always. Excuse me.
same clothes all day.
Goddamn, my boy to the right of him, Nevatell. You know what I'm saying? Ain't telling you shit. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn, and today's special guest, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna do the numbers thing, how they do us, you know what I'm saying? But we got my boy, Eric Bailey.
Come on, man.
Sir.
In the building.
Agent.
You said, am I Asian?
I mean,
that's what I heard.
No.
Nah, agent. Like, clear it up. Life insurance.
Am I Asian?
Oh, yeah. So, financial broker by day. Yes, sir.
Financial broker.
Yeah. Dude, so, you know, if you got a lot of money, just come roll it. You know, roll it this way, sir. If you got some money, you know, you got a lawsuit, you hurt your back on a job or something, you got a couple $100K just sitting there burning a hole in your pocket, go ahead and roll it this way. That's it.
And if you hear the voice and not watching this on YouTube, yes, he is white.
Yeah, but no, so we do some life insurance stuff too, some retirement. But that's just, you know, that's how I pay the bills. That's how we pay the bills. That's how we.
This is the second white person on the show.
This is the second white person.
And see,
the first life insurance.
I do numbers. That's why I said. I don't want to do the numbers.
He just said he didn't want to keep up with it. And you were like, "This is the second white person,
You
right?"
know, I literally was thinking, I was like, what's the numbers?
I just let it go.
Dude, honestly, and I really feel like shit that I wasn't the first, honestly. So fuck y'all. Who was the first, for real though?
Bros from Savannah State.
Bros from Savannah State. You don't even know his name? David who?
Yeah.
He be on commercials and shit.
Shut up, man. He was a quarterback. He's fucking famous.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't feel. You know, y'all redeemed yourselves a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's my boy.
Some important. Yeah, he had some. You know, he had some. Sound like he's got a resume. Okay.
Both of y'all boys celebrities.
I've known you longer than I've known him though.
Really?
But I about to say I know him for some years.
Yeah, we've known each other, bro, since like sixth grade.
I've known man since man. Come on.
Yes, sir.
Embrace.
Yes, sir.
Positive embrace.
My man.
Yes.
So honestly, and I think, I don't think I met Cam until like 7th or 8th, right?
Damn.
So because I met you through Shane, we played in the parking lot. Yeah.
I don't even remember, bro. We was teenagers, but like you said, yeah, I probably was like 13 or 14. So yeah, 12. Yeah, I was about 13, but so like the 8th grade. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Man.
Back in the day.
Hell yeah. Shane had the best basketball in the neighborhood. Like you could roll that shit to lift it up or lift it down. Oh yeah. So it was super easy to adjust. So we'd be out there like having the dunk contest and shit 1 minute, then roll that shit up and be playing a regular game and shit. Like,
yeah, I just remember thinking like, dude, this kid is like, because you were like shooting it a lot, but it was weird because, you know, like most of the time if I played with black kids, it would be like, you know, taking it to the hole, and you were just shooting a lot. So I really thought you were like white, but like, you know what I mean? You were just shooting. It was like me, Shane, and you, and it was like basically like 3 white guys playing basketball with each other.
I can't remember them days when I used to shoot the lights out, man. He a hater, but I appreciate you.
I was like, dude, this guy's like a white. This guy plays like he's a white guy.
I done called you Shane.
You see how niggas.
I appreciate that, Eric, because he be hating.
Nigga, this shit stay with me.
He's a hater.
Keep that strap on me, man. Whenever I got, you know what I'm saying, pull that motherfucker out.
We used to have some crazy games of horse back in the day too.
I can't hold it on Sean, man. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna hold it on, man.
Both of these boys. Remember.
I'm not hating on him. Because listen, in this house, Cam undefeated still now.
I don't lose my money on the line.
You ain't got back yet. I didn't see him take down a couple of motherfuckers.
You put money on the line,
hey, man.
Drunk or sober.
So Jay, did you stop playing basketball like in high school, or like, because I remember you played in middle school. Did you played it for Calvary, right?
Yeah, after high school, that was it.
That was it. Yeah, I get it, man. Sometimes it's like a lot of that.
Yeah, I went straight to working. Well, I ain't gonna lie, I take that back. for probably about a year after that, I did play for like we had like a semi team.
Okay.
Yeah, but it was. I immediately one thing I know my superpower is my aware of situations. You feel me? My awareness.
That would take you far.
A situation.
That would take you far.
Dead ass. You
Right.
feel me? And I'm an athletic motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I love basketball. You know what I'm saying? I'm hooping since I've been little. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in practice one day. Let me tell you, this is when I stopped. I went to practice one day, and it was just another good day in practice. You know what I'm saying? And listen, it's another thing I'm gonna tell you. My brother used to always get on my ass about this. Every time he saw me, like we ran into me, first thing he'd say, "You're a practice performer." He said, "You're a practice superstar."
Well, you go ham in practice.
He say that all the time. Like, you go ham in practice. You don't do none of that shit in the game. He used to stress that shit. I'm like, well, first of all, they don't fucking put me in. So I can't do shit about that. So
I think they already knew.
You feel me?
They might
So
already knew. Like,
come on, man.
all this shit right here.
They started saying,
This nigga scared.
So I remember hearing quotes from like what was middle school coaches, Coach Washington used to say stuff like that. He used to say stuff like this is not a democracy, this is a straight up dictatorship. Like he would say stuff like that. Yeah.
around this motherfucker.
But I think it was crazy because like
I said move.
There's some words I live by till this day.
Move, goddamn.
oh yeah, get on that baseline.
I don't want to no more.
Put 4 seconds on the clock.
So
Full court.
but it's crazy because like so a lot of the stuff that I do now, I think most of the people that support me now, that you know, outside of the entertainment friends that I've made, with comedy, by the way, I'm not talking about like, obviously we mentioned my day job, but like with stand up, more of the people that support me have been like old friends from hooping, man. Like people that I played basketball with. It's like a brotherhood, man. Like, even if you just played a little bit together, you know, in middle school, or you played with somebody for a couple of months playing AAU or something. Like some of my most supportive guys have been like dudes that I knew playing basketball that just were like, I'm gonna come to Eric's show.
That's how Savannah is, man. Like we
not only Savannah though. Like I feel like basketball just being what it is as a sport, like it builds relationships.
Yeah.
It builds, you know what I'm saying? Like I tell everybody, like me and you talk all the time, bro. I make a lot of comparisons to basketball, but it's like in life, that shit is what helps me. You feel me? I look at my life as a basketball game. You feel me? So
one of the first systems that we learned. So, cause I explain it like in my corporate job. I explain a lot of things. I tell them all the time. Basketball, I hate to do this, and they laugh, but they understand because a lot of them play sports too. So they understand. So, but to what you saying, Eric. It's just like, bro, that's we talk about that all the time, just how basketball is such a important thing to the culture in Savannah.
Yeah.
And like I said, it is like a brotherhood. Because it's like, bro, it's so many friendships I got from basketball camps or recreation leagues, summer camps, summer tournaments, just all kind of shit. Like just playing basketball. I might have been once or twice, but like you said, you remember, like, damn, boy, we was hooping together that one time.
Right. And so like a lot of what I do now is funny because the people like we were kind of talking about it earlier, like people that knew me when I was younger, I was a real serious guy. Like, so people that know I do stand up comedy now, it's like, oh, this is what I gotta go see this. Yeah. But I will say, like, the support has been overwhelming, particularly from people that I've been like, I played some kind of basketball with or something.
So I'm gonna ask you, goddamn, what made you start doing comedy? Like, when
good question. So I used to go when I was a sophomore in college. I used to go to these like spoken word like open mic nights, right? Like in Savannah, they had Spitfire Poetry Group.
Hell
yeah.
You doing that for real?
So not anymore. But so like because it was so you said it's disappointing.
I thought they really be snapping when they do that.
Oh, you're saying like do they still do that? Yeah. I thought you were asking. No, I thought you were asking like if I still do spoken word. No. So when I first started going, I was like a sophomore or junior, and I was just raised like sports. It was like baseball, and then I did basketball in high school. That was it. When I got to, I don't say like my sophomore year in college, I was an adult. I'm making my own decisions of what I want to go and check out. And I would go to just little events in the community and stuff. And I think I went to some good documentary showing at the Ralph Gilbert like Civil Rights Museum. I just wanted to be like present in the community and stuff. And I met this guy that he was like the director of Spitfire. So he was like making announcements during the event that I was at. I think it was like a symposium where they have like a panel and they have different people speaking on stuff. It was a really cool event. And I would say to this day, like going to that event when I was like 20, it opened up like this whole other world of people that I got exposed to. So that one guy from Spitfire invited me to an open mic. Went to an open mic, and it was like I had never seen this whole other side of like just arts that felt so welcoming, but it also was like I can admire these people. Like people were speaking about stuff. When you go to a spoken word show, you'll hear people talk about all kind of different stuff that like you can really relate to. It's a little different from stand up. Like it's just pure expression. People talking about everything, like relationships, growing up in a rough side of town. Like, you know, people will talk about, you know, you hear women talk about women problems, guys talking about guy problems. Yeah, and it's really just it's like an artistic form of venting. So I started doing spoken word. I started writing. I did that for like 2 years, and this is where comedy came in. We used to host a show. It's kind of a weird, poor choice of words, but we used to host this show called Fire on Broughton, and it was at B&D Burgers on Broughton Street. This is like 2020, and by this point, I was a part of Spitfire long enough to where I was like hosting, and I think I was hosting. I was working the crowd this night, and I think I had a piece where I was like, I wrote some piece about a car I had in college that was a piece of shit, and everybody liked that piece. Everybody was laughing. It was a quirky, like goofy piece, and the way I would deliver it, like I would really take my time with it, and it was funny. And a guy came to the show that got on the list that was a comedian. He was like, he told me after the show, he was like, dude, like you should do stand up. That was kind of funny, and I'd never thought about it. But he said that to me, and then I started going to local like stand-up shows for probably about 5 or 6 months until I was like, dude, these guys suck, dude. I can do this, like, you know what I mean, like. And I say that lightly, I say that jokingly, like some of the guys were good, some of the guys were, yeah. And I was like, yo, I can do this shit. So I wrote out some stuff and tried it, and here we are.
That's
so
what you saying that, like, bro, I ain't gonna front. Just having that one thought, I can do that shit. If you actually follow that up, especially this,
bro, if you follow through, then try it. It can be a really like a beautiful thing.
Artistry, I ain't gonna say the artistry is different because art is art, but our ability to get it out there is different. And
for sure.
So everybody kind of feel like they got a platform because it's easy. You don't really have to have a big name or a lot of money to get your stuff on Instagram, on Apple Music, Spotify, SoundCloud. You don't have to have no money to get that shit on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
So it's easy for anybody to put that shit out there, but like you said, like we're just having that one thought, like I can do that shit.
Yeah, and what happens is like a lot of people have thoughts, and sometimes I think it's not a good thing. It's not a good. Like muscle to have if you're not the type of person that will actually try it. Because then like that's how like a lot of people I feel like will end up being like haters because they're like, man, this shit ain't funny, I can do that shit, but then you'll never actually try it yourself. I'm like, bro, don't try it, bro. Don't try me if you're not willing to actually.
That's within reason. I mean? Yeah.
So some of it's like you said, some of it's like if you're willing to actually follow through and try new things. And I tried something that was like spoken word was like I'm not gonna probably do much of that anymore. Unless someone paid me to go do it, I'll do it. I'll pull out some old piece that I wrote and do it, but it's not. I've moved on to something else, and I think, but you have to be able to try something, and then if it's something that you don't really like or you don't see yourself getting better at, like you have to be willing to be honest and be like, I'm just gonna let this shit go. But some people will try something and they'll be like, I can do this, and then you really struggling, but they're not willing to actually put in the work, and I'm like, bro, you should have just never, you know what I mean?
Think Andre 3000 was saying something about I reposted something that he said the other day, and he was basically saying your heart can be in something, like you can really want to do something, but it's like, man, look at your skill set, look at your experience, look at what you're actually more prepared for.
Yeah,
like you might want to, you might think, shit, I could be a rapper because any and everybody's rapping, which is true, but you know what, I'm super good with technology, and I grew up my whole life fucking around with computers and shit.
Yeah.
Why don't I try to be an engineer or some shit like that?
Dude, I really wish like I wish I would have tried some of this stuff sooner, and I wish I would have maybe like had the actualization that I had sooner, because I was like that with basketball. I was like, dude, you couldn't tell me like this is what I'm about to do. I'm a freshman in college, and I made it to a college basketball team, like. And then some, a lot of the guys that I played high school with were better than me, and they didn't. Oh yeah, I'm about to keep doing this. Like, I'm the shit now. But really, like, if I would have just been honest with myself and been like, yo, like, okay, let's say I do, like, keep doing this and take it as long, like, the most I was gonna do is maybe play overseas. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, like, it's ultimately, like, what I'm doing now is something I can see myself doing for a very long time. Yeah. And, things happen. I don't have any regrets about it, though. Like, shit, Jay-Z didn't start, really doing hip-hop till his late 20s. So, it's everybody has their own journey. I kind of kick myself sometimes. I'm like, bro, I wish I would have done more when I was younger, like learn music or something.
I say that shit.
But,
Samuel Jackson ain't started acting until
he was 40, right?
Yeah. Did you bomb the first time you went up there?
No, so that first night I did really well. I've bombed before, but... The first, like,
comedians be saying when they first start, you gotta bomb.
Yeah, so no, I've seen plenty of guys go up their first time and bomb. A lot of it's when you first start off, it's very like room dependent. Like if you go, I've seen guys start off and they're in like a bar room where like the attention of the room you'll lose the room really fast if you're not good. Because it's a bar, like
somebody to talk to.
If this guy sucks, I can go and just talk to my friend. You're not in like a comedy club where you're confined or something. Yeah. So like, I think I did a room one night where it was a bar, but it just happened to be like a lot of people in there that were like really paying attention, and some of my friends were there. So it was like, shit, like we've never seen Eric do stand up. Like we about to see this. So because I already had a little bit of funny, it made it to where like, oh, this first one went really well. But then when you go start doing rooms with people you don't know and you're trying new stuff out, you're trying new ideas. I bombed before.
See what you're really about.
Yeah. I got to a point now though where I have enough material that I know works anywhere, and I'll sandwich the new stuff that I'm not sure about in between stuff that I know is gonna work. So I already got something that works, and I know these people know that I'm funny. And then, okay, I'll try some new idea that I haven't tried, like, after that. So that way I'm not like, these people don't know me, I'm about to try some wild shit that they don't know I don't know if this is going to work, but...
Mixed room, it was like a lot of white people, like black people?
That first room I did, I think it was a really solid mix. It was a lot of my friends from Spoken Word were there, and it was a lot of people. The bar is called Totally Awesome Bar. Shout out to them. It's a quirky little basement bar. Yeah, a lot of people in Savannah don't know about this shit. It's a white people bar, but it's white people. Yeah,
I was about to ask you, so where is it?
It's a white people bar. So do you know where? All right, if I know when I say this, you're gonna know this is white people. So El Rocco. You don't know where El Rocco? So okay. All right, do you know where Tequila Town is on Whitaker? Tequila Town downtown. Yeah, I know it's right there. It's right there. So like, there's Good Times Jazz Bars right there too. So, but if you go down Whitaker, it's right there on plain sight.
There's a lot of shit downtown,
and it'll say it's a big like darker sign, and it says Totally Awesome Bar. It looks like some shit from like the '80s, and you go in there, and it's a lot of It's
a lot of hidden shit.
It's a lot of
in the Long Branch.
Long Branch?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, see.
Nah, man.
Where's that?
Eric say too white for me, man.
I thought it was. So where's that?
It's a bar down there on the east side. Where that is? Vision.
Yeah, you talking about Lone Wolf?
Man, Long Branch.
Long Branch. By Checkers and shit.
Oh, you know about this shit too?
Yeah, it's an old spot.
It's an old spot. It's like a predominantly white spot, or?
Hell no, I ain't gonna front. I ain't never seen it.
Next to that old ass Pizza Hut, bro.
The old ass one. Bro. What's that road that run off Victory? Where the old Krispy Kreme used to be at?
Skidaway.
Skidaway, yeah. Skidaway.
Okay,
Skidaway.
Skidaway. I'm tripping. Yeah, it's on Skidaway.
Right across the street from like a Mexican restaurant. I can't think of it.
Damn. And so like, what's the main like demographic there?
Shit, I don't been there.
Dude, so
it's what I'm thinking is that it probably
is
who all going in there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, facts. Now I've been in there only a couple of times, and the first time I only been in there because I was pulling up on this bitch, right? And I was this is literally, I kid you not, this is my first time pulling up on her. I'm like, just literally meet and greet type shit. Like, I was probably like 19, 20. I'm outside and we in the car, we just chilling. Her mama run out the house, come tap on the window and say, "You want to run me the Long Branch real quick down the street?" Never seen this lady for a day in my life. I do not know this lady. I did it anyways though. I was like, fuck
That's
it.
the right thing to do.
You feel me? I was like, fuck it. You know what? If that means you gonna get up out the house and just see finna be here. All right, you feel me? So yeah, I took it down the street. That was my first time seeing what Long Branch was, but hell, yeah, it's some ratchet shit.
Okay, some ratchet shit. So
yeah,
all right. So I got one for you. Okay, so I was living on 34th Street for a while, right? So they built on Waters. So so
man talking his shit.
See some shit.
So they built this bar like less than a month after I moved in. It's called The Avenues. You seen that?
Nope.
If you're trying to see some ratchet shit, go to The Avenues on a Saturday. Just hang out in the corner.
The Avenues don't sound like a way for me.
And my house was like right. It was close enough to it to where like it's street parking. So street park, so people are parking in front of my house. Honestly, people were parking like blocking my house to where I can't even park in my own. I can't even park in my own parking lot. So, but it was like it didn't bother me because. No, I know that people downstairs did for sure. Like I know that I had like some scag kids that not trying to be mean, but they were not used to that type of behavior. For me, it was like I didn't mind it because it was kind of funny. Like it was like I don't mind like I think anybody white or black is nosy sometimes. Like if there's some fighting shit going down, we're gonna peek through the window like, oh, what's going on? Especially if I'm lit. This is like
not like too nosy, goddamn, like boy.
Peeking out the window, that ain't too nosy though.
Just go the other way. Certain shit. Like,
well, so if it's like if I'm going somewhere and it's along my path, I'm just gonna let bygones be bygones. But if I'm at my house and it's 3 a.m. and you're waking me up, I'm gonna see what's going down, bro. Like I'm gonna see. Yeah. I don't mind.
I done learned my lesson.
Yeah, no, I don't. I never used to step outside.
Got down some shit going on across the street. My man's got. I ain't even gonna front. My man's walking.
Yeah.
By. Hey, bro. She been home earlier.
She had a nigga.
Dude, but I'm not gonna lie. So like, when I moved to 34th, when I moved to this, I think that's Benjamin C. Clark's area. You know what I'm talking about?
Who?
That's the neighborhood. That's the name of the neighborhood. Benjamin C. Clark. It's or Live Oak. It's kind of Live Oak. Like you know where Live Oak is? Daffin Park.
Yeah, I know where Live Oak at. Yeah, okay. I know where Live Oak at.
So Live Oak is right next to Benjamin C. Clark.
Eric, you teaching me some shit.
Benjamin C. Clark. So I got my first experience with like a real deal crackhead over there, man. Like legit. Like he's lost touch with reality. Pulled his penis out in front of me and my girl one time. Like yeah. No, so I'm dead serious. And
I know you are.
And so like I got out of the car. There was one time I got out of the car and this guy like he asked me for like like a lot of people ask for you got a couple dollars. This dude asked for a very specific amount of money and that's how he was trying to get crack. It was like he knew how much the crack was going to cost and he was like getting close to that point where I need it. So I don't need to ask for some change now. I need to ask for the exact amount that I need. And this guy's white, so he probably has it. So because the way he was talking to me was like, bro, I know you got this. Like, and he was like, come on, man. Like, go inside the house and get me $35. I was like, $35. I've never had somebody ask me for $35.
$35.
I have that exact change.
It was like, I was like, dude, I honestly don't carry that much cash on me, man.
Right.
I told him no, and he. I was like, dude, I do have a bottle of water though, because you look, like you need something to drink. And I gave him a bottle of water. He drank the entire water, turned around, pulled his penis out in the middle of the street, and just pissed. And I was like, yo, dude, he was on that. Yeah, he was on that rock, boy. But I think it was interesting because like for a lot of white people, like I said, the people that were beneath me. I think that experience would have like it would have.
How about to say? Hey, I didn't want to say nothing.
He's talking about his neighbors downstairs,
the people downstairs.
Yeah, you gotta clean that up.
No, the
straight in there.
dude, yeah, y'all.
I was thinking it, but they said it. Like,
Yeah, y'all didn't pay attention. So I was saying my neighbors beneath me earlier. Don't try to do that. No, we're not gonna set me up. That ain't gonna work. So I had some white neighbors that lived beneath me.
y'all stupid.
So the white couple beneath me were like I don't think they were equipped for that. Like they just weren't ready for that. Yep. Like they used to text me like I was like the shaman of the fucking neighborhood or something.
You from here? Like
so that's what I'm saying. So it was like it was just for me. A couple times he would text me about stuff that I was like he would text me about noise and stuff. I'm like, dude, why are you asking me, bro? Just fucking you moved over here, bro. You know what I mean? Like I can't go and like be the liaison between you and the black people in the neighborhood. Like,
man,
you know what I'm saying?
Hold up, bro. Because I ain't even gonna front. I had a white neighbor that was doing that same shit to me. Like, bro, what the fuck you want me to do about this shit? Like, I'm not HOA. Motherfucker, I just live here.
So yeah, and I also think that maybe he thought that he thought that I was cool with the landlord or something, and he thought that I could like talk to the landlord. So so I get it, but my point is like I don't think he was like I think in situations like that they entered like fight or flight, and for me I was just like, ooh, it's some funny shit that's going down. What's going on? Let's watch. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, okay, you woke me up out of my sleep, but might as well see what's going on out here. Like,
here now.
One with my pizza guy.
Yeah, dude, it was funny, man.
It is. No.
One of them.
I'm about to say
air fryer.
Get you a conventional oven.
I'm not about to wait down.
If you can find
one.
Air fryer or some shit.
Wait, so hold on. So what did you think I meant when I said they were beneath me? You were talking about the crackhead?
No, we don't. I knew exactly what you meant. I was just yes.
Yeah, dude, that was like a freaking yoga stretch, dude. You tried to stretch the hell out of what I said, man. You reached like freaking Patrick. You know what I mean?
I was thinking it, but I knew.
I'm about to say it's not a reason they laugh.
I was thinking.
But nah, bro, I ain't gonna front. We was having a conversation before the show, and we were just talking about how like we treat our cousins versus how white people.
Oh yeah.
Why do you feel like?
How we explain the difference?
Right.
I ain't gonna front, boy.
Give some background here.
Different terms. Does cousin mean something different to you?
No, so cousin means we're cousins.
And then I mean
like blood cousins. No, like
hey, but
my mother or my father is brother or sister with your mother or father. Hold on. And we're cousins.
What a second.
Sister almost.
Damn near. And I'm about to say,
I've noticed that.
Y'all know y'all first and second cousins.
You say that's my cousin. There's a chance that like you might not have any DNA going on. Like there's a large chance that honestly, like I've even had people say, yo, that's my cousin. It was like a girl that he used to smash, and I'm like, yo, dude, I don't know, man, because in white, if you say that in the White House, and it's like, yo, okay, those people they do that shit for real, and they're like over in Tiger Ridge or something, and like you might want to send them to Effingham County or something, you know what I mean? Like it's not really, it doesn't mean that,
They gotta stop doing that shit though. So some people do be like, oh
yeah.
So I just had to learn, that you take it a little less literally when you say like a black person says, yo, that's my cousin.
Never did that shit.
Yeah. And what would happen is as like a white guy, like you would start to put it together way after the fact. Like you hear a guy say that's my cousin enough times, and then you learn that like, okay. So I would say like I would like I would be like okay, y'all are hanging out on Thanksgiving, right? No, probably not. Like, wait a second, y'all are cousins, right? Like I'm seeing all of my cousins on Thanksgiving.
Okay, now that's not happening. I'm not seeing all of my cousins.
I'm seeing all of them.
No, I'm not seeing all of them. I'm gonna see the ones I'm closest with, like you said. So if we first cousins or just our parents are, they communicate often. Yeah. Then I'm gonna see you on holidays, but it's a shit ton of us. It's several people.
Yeah, so that's it. So I think it's like a lot of families that have have way bigger. So I can count on two hands how many cousins I have.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh, see exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Asking when we asked how many.
So it's a lot less. What?
So to your point, like niggas adopt cousins and already be having 50 fucking cousins. Like still just adopting folks, but. It's about the bond for us. Like you were saying earlier about the whole basketball thing. So like for us, it's kind of like life. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if we grew up going to church, if our mom was just home girls. And if we grew up together, like
if you just crossed paths and went to the same
paths,
grocery store,
if it maintain a relationship, if
my mom and your mom have been best friends since high school, they done had us.
Okay,
blood wouldn't make us no closer. Like regardless of us not being related.
So can you still smash? Is the point?
Oh, I don't do shit like that. If we grew up together, I can't. I can't look at you.
Damn, dude.
No.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. White people do that a lot, dude.
I can't do that.
So white people do that a lot, honestly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. As long as there's no DNA. And then Jay's over there looking like, yeah, nah, I definitely would be smashing. I definitely have clapped the cheeks of a girl that went to the Publix, you know.
Them niggas was at the same Thanksgiving table.
Dude.
12 years later.
Not that close. Anybody
So like, so
that's dead.
She off limits?
Yeah, what? That's too close of a cousin. That's what I'm. That's too close of a cousin. What? That's too close of a cousin.
Shit, no, my cousin bringing her friends over from Thanksgiving.
Oh no! That's her friends though. That's when they obviously not cousins.
So now,
no, that's different.
That's different now.
See, when you obviously be like, yeah, there's no way.
Y'all dropped the last while you finished my sentence.
That's where you could. That's where you might throw that in.
Motherfuckers you grew up with.
Oh yeah.
I mean, okay.
Either way for me though.
So time out now. Let's.
I don't know, dude. If I ran into a girl that I grew up with and maybe we hadn't seen each other in a while and she looks, she's grown.
But see,
that might, she could get it.
I was getting to, and that's what happened to me. That's exactly what happened to me. It was somebody we grew up together, known this bitch for so long. You feel me? Type shit. It's as if we was cousins. Like
here's why it's different for me.
Knew her grandparents, parents, all that shit. You feel me? But just times, niggas got older and shit like that, and.
For me, it's merely like as long as we're not genetically like.
It's girls I grew up with that I knew even as a child. Like, oh no, ain't no kin to us. I don't care how often your mom bring you around. We not related. Because when they leave. So yeah.
So you made a mental decision that you didn't want to call that girl your cousin because you were like reserving that. You were reserving that booty, boy.
That wasn't the fostered relationship.
You were reserving the rights to get that booty.
That too.
When we was playing house.
Oh yeah.
So that didn't happen. Yeah, nigga, that didn't happen around here.
I'm just saying. So, but for real shit. Like I said, there's girls that I'm not even trying to be funny. Like girls that I knew. I ain't gonna say I knew, but girls that on some puppy love shit. When you 8, 9, 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? It was like that. But then you fast forward 10, 12 years later, it's like shit. Ain't no puppy about this shit. No, big dog. Like so. But I didn't consider those girls family. So we might have, you could say we grew up together, but we ain't grew up together like cousins. We just grew up together. So if you put it like that, it is a difference in some ways. Just because we grew up together don't mean we family.
Wait, so where did you go to school, bro?
Girls.
Where'd you go to middle school?
Mercer.
When did we officially? I don't know when we met, bro. I know where I met everybody else.
Shout out at Fresh Start.
I felt like we met before that though.
Fresh Start was crazy.
Maybe not. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. When you graduated high school?
2014.
You probably met him when we played Groves my senior year, and he shot them fucking 5 or 6 free throws.
Yes.
That was that bullshit.
Yes.
Damn, that was me. You had to put that.
You just didn't. You didn't have facial hair like that.
No, hell no.
So yeah. I remember this. Now. Yeah, I remember this now.
Make a man.
Yeah, that first.
So, but like, were there any white guys at Groves that were like, you were like, this guy's cool?
White guy. No, it was white people.
They played basketball. Oh.
No, not that. Not they could play basketball, but like that. You're like, okay, yeah, he's cool. Like he can hang out with us.
I ain't gonna say plenty that I hung with, but it was some cool. It was cool white people.
Oh no, I just mean like a guy. Like, so for example, I was listening to the conversation y'all were having about Jordans earlier, right?
Yeah.
So like, I never really wear J's. Like, I never did.
Shit,
but like, yeah, and I know some black guys that are like that too. But so what would be like the J? What's the Jordan that is like, this looks the best on a white guy?
Ones.
The ones.
Fours.
I feel like those
ones are fours.
Yeah, so I know what ones look like. I don't know what fours look like.
Damn, I thought somebody had
fours. Probably for sure.
We'll Google that. We'll Google that.
I think his name is Jason Sudeikis.
Oh, so where it has like it looks like a net where the string tie. Oh, I do see a lot of white guys wear those. I don't know. I don't know, dude.
Maybe some 10s.
So I see so I have the 4s with the little net. I see white guys wear those, and I'm like, dude, I don't know, man.
Get you some threes. Get you some threes.
But I'm be honest. I really think out of all of the ones that I've been seeing, I think I'd wear some 1s, dude. I think I'd wear like some low top 1s.
Yes. Little white girls can wear 1s.
I would wear like some low top 1s or even maybe some high top 1s. I'd wear high top 1s.
I feel like that's generic.
With the right outfit, I'd wear a high top one. But so that's what I'm going for. I'm kind of going for like a generic. Like I'm not going for like I'm trying to get like the freaking nicest one. So the one hanging right there, that's a 4, right?
These are 3s.
Oh, those are 3s. So
these are 9s.
Those are 4s.
Those are 4s. These baby shoes.
13s and all of them, really.
If you're listening, we got a collection of baby shoes.
So yeah, dude, that's a little bit weird, but I don't want to reach, man. I don't want to. Yeah, y'all got kids. I'm just playing. Y'all got kids. Y'all don't have kids, all right? So this is a little odd to have baby foot J's hanging out, man. But
nah, I was about to say though, goddamn. Justin Timberlake, goddamn.
What's that?
Justin Timberlake, goddamn, got a Jordan deal. Like he got his own 3s. He does wear J's a lot, yeah. He got his own 1s. You know what I'm saying? Like 3s and 1s.
Jason Sudeikis wears J's.
Hell yeah.
I can see that. I can see that. He's cool though.
Mark Wahlberg.
That's what I'm about to say, like, bro, he don't.
No, like a lot of like
Mark Wahlberg.
white people, like not a lot of white people that aren't like hanging with black. Like Jason Sudeikis, I could see that. Like, but he could pull that off.
But he be saying that shit though.
My thing is though, white people and black people, like you have some white people that dress. Like, you know what I'm saying, the urban wear, like
it's almost like a modern thing.
You could dress it up with, you could dress up 1s and 3s.
Jason Sudeikis be having on for sure. All kind of shit. A lot of shit. Yeah, a lot of shit.
Yeah, he's on Saturday Night Live. That's his thing. He's been on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live is where he's like most popular. Yeah. Saturday Night Live and oh yeah, but he's like the redhead guy. He's got like red hair kind of. And he's actually funny, but he kind of like But like when I watch him, I think like he plays a good stereotypical middle-aged white guy character. Yes. Like he plays into that really well.
Jonah Hill does wear a lot of J's.
So yeah, so I think I'm gonna get some 1s, dude. I think this is gonna be my first. And I'm gonna come on the show. I'm gonna come on the show with some 1s.
Horrible Bosses. Yeah, he is in Horrible Bosses. Yeah. I know you're talking about. He's talking about kill your boss. They were trying to kill their boss.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna get some 1s, y'all. I'm gonna get some 1s.
So how many? Oh, so
and I'm gonna come on the show with some 1s.
So you don't have any Jordans?
I have 0 Jordans.
Have you ever had any?
Eric.
Don't count teams.
Eric, you not in this house. Not in this house.
No. No, I think I had 1 pair of Jordans, and I don't think they were real, dude. I don't think they were like I think they were real. So you know how Finish Line used to have J's.
It was just so fine.
I don't know if you can see him from like Italian.
How you like 2s?
What are those?
2s.
2s? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we get some 1s. I like those.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some 1s.
I like those.
The 1s.
No, I just have an image in my brain of
I'm gonna stick to the 1s. Hey, see those 2s?
Those are 2s.
Yeah.
Show the camera.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can swag some 2s.
No, I'm not saying I can't, but I think that first one.
Nah, 1s for sure, bro. Look at this.
Because you can wear that shit with a tub.
You can wear it with a lot of shit.
Like down to the only Jordan with the swoosh.
Yeah.
You can wear it with a lot of shit.
It's really the only Jordan with the swoosh.
Sounds like you're wearing Nike, but
yeah. And so what I would say is like I see a lot of white dudes that like wear the J's, and I think it's I don't know, like I seen some guys wear them that I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have wore those.
So what's the main white guy shoe? Because Charles said me and Cam be wearing Sperry's, and that's
I do wear it.
Like you see some guys with some like Sperry's, some Vans, some like some New Balances, but like the New Balances that look like they're fucked up, you know, like New Balances that been like you stepped in there.
Number one all time,
you know,
motherfucking all stars.
But really, like honestly, any shoe that's like dirty and like fucked up and
the
shit,
Converse
like
all
stars.
Yeah,
dude.
Like
you know what I mean?
That Converse dirty is undefeated.
That's the white girl shit though. Yeah, they gonna dirty up white guys.
Shit, me.
So and then like the new
tight
ones.
As a motherfucker.
I don't be around that many white guys.
They be having them shits tight as a bitch. Like you can see them niggas ankle bone.
So and like the new ones are like those like Hey Dude shoes and stuff. Like what?
I see a couple of niggas wearing those.
That's too far on the.
Them shit like the Airwalks. Like
yeah, it really that shit looks honestly like you spent a lot of time on a boat.
Hey Dudes. I gotta see.
And I think,
but
like the guys that I know that wear them, they say they're very comfortable.
That's what
and it's not like I don't know.
You know, it's crazy.
But it's not. It's not some shit that you'd wear that if you're trying to look good.
It's crazy you say that because I was just asking my homeboy about some designer shoes. Right? I ain't gonna say the brand because I ain't into. It's not a bash thing, but I was asking my homeboy about some designer shoes that I know he has a pair of. Oh, okay, yeah. I know he got a pair of them, so I was asking him, did they fit true to size? And he was telling me like, yeah, just get your size. Be like, man, they ain't comfortable though. So I'm like, man, wait a minute, all this money for some shoes that ain't comfortable. Like, brother, you just kind of made me not even want to get these shits no more. Like, that's way too much money.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable. I'm all for comfort. For one, I spend money on comfort.
Take care of your feet.
Take care of your.
For real though, I heard
yourself.
A couple of old motherfuckers say, I ain't never had no J's before. Like, you'd be surprised how many like.
Yeah. Like my dad probably never even honestly my dad's probably never even seen a Jordan, you know what I'm saying?
Like I got a couple of cousins that didn't get no Jordans because people just say I'm not paying that much for no sneakers. Like
Yeah.
Like
I get a job.
Basically held that shit, you know what I'm saying? Like when they got older, shit, I get some Maxes. But I'm like, nigga, Maxes cost just as much. Like,
they do now.
Fuck? Like,
in this day and age, that ain't no excuse no more because sneakers cross the board. Bronze sneakers cost that much. Goddamn.
Pennies was more than Jordan.
But I just remember a lot of white dudes. You would see certain white guys that would wear a lot of Kobe's and stuff. Like it was like a white guy thing to wear Kobe's. But and if you were hooping, and I don't know, dude. I just for whatever reason. I just never got Jordans.
Kobe transcended. I think he transcended race in a different way than Jordan did. Because Jordan, Kobe has a whole like huge fan base in China. Like people in China,
China got
fucking
Philippines,
Asia period, right? Asia period loves him. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
I wouldn't be surprised he had his own religion ID type shit. Like,
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a hair.
Kobe was different. Dude. Kobe was different.
Kobe stands for.
What the fuck are these goddamn flies coming from?
Yeah. Yeah.
Small flies.
You all right?
But yeah,
is everything gonna be okay?
Yeah, it should be. As long as I don't smack.
Dude, I like this guy. So I didn't because we've only had a few interactions.
Next time I slap
so I didn't. So even like earlier when you were like, no, that's not a stretch. I really mean that. I was like, wait a second. So, but that's good though, because like as a comedian, like some people forget. Like people that knew me before I was a comedian. Forget to do stuff like that, so they're not gonna do that as much because they don't know me yet as this Eric the comedian. But you met me as this the comedian, so you're already ready to be like, I'm gonna go ahead and try to get him in some awkward racial shit early. I'm gonna come out of the gates to see if he can do it, and I'm like, no, you can't do that, and because they are like, so they knew me as a different Eric, like. I don't think I've been like kind of trying to open the door for some joke and stuff, and y'all are like, nah, we're gonna keep having a serious conversation over here. But that's okay, that's all right. We but this guy right here, so this guy like, so because you're kind of giving me the vibe. You're like, my impression of you so far is that you're good at like you go with like. So there's an improv term called yes and it basically means that if I give you a character to play, if I say. Like in that situation, if you say something to me that's like you're putting some white shit on me, and I just kind of play that white character, that's yes and most of the time, like when you do like podcasts, not just improv, like watching improv on TV, but like a lot of people who are good at that, like make really good podcast hosts because they're able to ask like questions that get that person saying something funny. Getting some. Oh, I'm gonna ask you a question. Like Theo Von's really good at that, and there's a lot of these guys that just ask these really like goofy questions. I'm maybe like a black version of him would be like like Charlemagne the God is kind of like he'll ask these really like
your best like Charlemagne the God impression.
Controversial.
Ooh. You do good impressions?
I do good impressions, but
do your best Charlemagne the God.
I don't know his impression well enough. I know he does a lot of the he does a lot of the like where he's lisping a little bit.
Gay, basically.
Yeah, y'all think he's a little fruity or something? Maybe.
Anyway, it's neither here nor there.
You don't really sound
we can talk about it. I don't know, honestly.
We can.
So, so how about this? Hold on. So what? How about
talking about it? Yes. No. We are since we here. No. We gonna talk about it. I know what you're about to say. So
what happened?
What was the
white motherfucker?
Oh, what? No. What? Hold on. What we talking about?
So what happened with the thing with Dwight Howard where he was like saying that's my business and something came out where he was like he was messing with some like
But it's public information now.
When you try to force yourself on somebody and they go to the police,
that's public information.
It becomes public. No, that don't mean that happened. But we now know these niggas was in your house and in your bedroom.
Wait, okay, so like Charlemagne the God, so in y'all's eyes like that, like what's y'all's like stance on him?
Just saying a lot of little spicy ass shit.
He say some gay ass shit.
I think he do that shit on purpose. I don't know. I don't be taking that shit serious.
So yeah. So I feel like as a radio host, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've noticed too that I'll be like, in my head, it's almost like he's saying the thing to get the person on the interview talking about whatever the thing is that's gonna get the ratings. You know what I mean?
People like that. I feel like when you do anything for something,
like there's that clip that went kind of crazy where like Kevin Hart was like talking about his wife, and he was like making some kind of analogy with like what did he say? Like she's my she's something about steak or something like that, or my main thing or something. And Charlemagne was like, "What kind of sides do you like to have with your steak?" And everybody was like, "Bro, really?" Like he was like, "All right."
So an asshole.
It was like, dude, really? But it was funny. It was he was just saying something to kind of stir the pot a little bit,
you saying something about that shit.
But I don't mind that. I don't mind, I don't mind confrontation.
Since we talking about it,
but nah, bro, that's damn. And
we used to fuck with Dwight on this show. Like we done big up Dwight on these. 2 or 3 NBA players ago. Number one in the draft out of high school was from Georgia.
Kwame Brown.
Both of them was actually, if you want to get really technical, both of them are actually from the Southeast because Dwight Howard people from Swainsboro.
Kwame Brown.
Dwight Howard is from Swainsboro.
Dude.
By way of Atlanta.
My brother played with Kwame Brown, dude.
Kwame?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What's your brother's name?
My brother's name is Donald Leroy Bailey Jr. Boy.
Donald Leroy.
Yes, Sirski. Donald Leroy. Yeah, Leroy. That's that's a white name, but it's also kind of Leroy. That
sounds like a slave owner name.
I don't know, but Leroy is a black name though, kind of.
Leroy is a black name. I know several Leroys.
So
and they're all named after their father.
So he's kind of gotten both ends of the spectrum in his name.
Only Leroys I know are little Leroys. All them boys named after their daddy. I don't know original Leroy.
Yeah. My dad's name is Senior. Shout out to Donald Leroy Bailey Senior. I feel like it's crazy. I feel like my dad grew up like he was a hippie, and he grew up north where there wasn't a lot of the same like division as there is in the South.
Yeah.
But I still think like there's a level of, because of the time, because of the era, there was a level of like, just like he wasn't quite like culturally aware of some of the black experience that I got, just because of where I went to school and stuff. Being in the South is a little different. You grow up in like Savannah, where it's like it's a little different. You live in like my dad grew up in like Baltimore area.
Shit.
But no, so like it wasn't Baltimore. It was like closer to like Annapolis, Maryland, where there's like you're gonna see some black people, but it's not like he's living in an environment where he's a majority, like he's the only white guy, right?
Let me cut you off, right?
Yeah.
You went to public school.
Yeah, for sure.
And that makes a difference. That makes a difference difference. Period.
Well,
no matter
so
what.
My dad, they didn't grow up well off. Like he was extremely impoverished, but like it's different when like you just don't see that culture as much. You know, it's almost like I've been noticing like a lot of people from like Europe aren't so they'll say stuff that if you're in the South and you're kind of like a little bit sensitive to racial things, you'll hear it and you'll be like, shit, like they're racist over there. That guy's racist. But it's really not. Like they're not racist. They're just uncultured. They just don't be around black people like that. They'll kind of laugh at stuff that black people do, but it's not like it's a little bit less of like a race. But they do have racism. I'm not saying there's not racism. No. They definitely have racism over there. But the racism that I see from like a dude from like, you know, Serbia or something, like Jokic or something like that, like he's not racist like the guy from, you know, from like Clio, Georgia, or Springfield or something, you know, from Effingham County or something, you know what I mean? Like those guys don't like black people at all, but like some of these guys from Europe, it's just different. So my point is like I think some people, like my dad, kind of just was a little uncultured, but it didn't mean he didn't like black people. It just meant that like he didn't get that experience of being around the culture a little bit more, and so you know, so my dad probably never even saw a Jordan, you know, much less wore one. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know, like, if I told him, like, do you know what Michael Jordan's shoes look like? He probably would laugh. Like, he wouldn't know. You know what I mean? I don't know what I think my dad wears, like, some shit that from, like, Walmart or something. You know what I mean?
Hey, brother, listen. There was once upon a time you can go to Walmart and get you some Champion for what? $10, $15, $20.
Dude, I don't know, man.
Go to Jimmy Jazz.
You ever got those like Shaquille O'Neals from Walmart?
Payless.
I
never bought no Shaqs, but I bought some. Obviously, when I was playing like $6 and
AIs, boy, them AIs used to look good though.
AIs used to be sold in Payless. Hell yeah, the ones with they were the nice ones. Like I had some white and silver ones with the scrap. Well, it wasn't really scrap because you didn't lift that shit up. But it had like the strip across the middle.
White and silver what?
AIs
and Payless.
I had some questions.
Iverson and Shaq. Reeboks is sold heavily in Payless.
I had to go to the Reebok outlet, boy. I ain't
Fuck that. Cause my mama took me to Payless. I'm like, I need some nice AIs.
I ain't know
that mother.
Just for feet.
Until like high school, got some Reeboks really.
I'm the type of nigga who wore Starburys and all though at one point in time. Nigga, boy,
that's a crazy nigga.
Keep him away from me and my family.
Cause boy, let me tell you something. You can say that. You can say that, and y'all finish talking. Cause my daddy raised me and my brother on some, bro. Do what you do. Don't let other people do it. If you like it, give a fuck who don't like it. That's what's wrong with a lot of black people. Niggas follow that group think shit. Oh, cause they like it, I'm gonna go do that.
It's just
you know what else is wrong? No, I was playing.
It just started like kids wearing different brand of shoes. Now, like,
nigga, the designer shoes people wear these days are ugly as a fuck. My grandma used to work in fucking nurses, fucking orthopedic shoes that look
what about these like red like
niggas paying thousands of dollars for this shit?
These red like boots that look like some like, you know, like some shit from like Willy Wonka or something like.
Cuz nigga can't make me feel bad for wearing some $12 Starburst, boy. You paid a lot of money for some bullshit. I don't feel bad about this.
So would y'all ever do like so you know like
ugly? And so I
ain't about to do that.
Cause I'm not saying they weren't ugly, shot. What I'm saying is niggas mindset. That's all I'm saying. Mindset is what's wrong.
I ain't gonna front. My nigga JV had like 3-4 pair of Starburst, and I used to be.
But it wasn't. I liked them. I didn't like y'all. Y'all think they ugly.
I had a pair.
I wasn't wearing what y'all want to wear. I wore what I want to wear, and that is what's wrong with a lot of us niggas doing too much shit. Cause the next man, I wouldn't do that. Right. Fuck what you would do. You not me.
First of all, you can't live in afford that. Like you trying to go out your tax.
Come on, man.
Like,
boy, just be yourself.
Dude, honestly, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that, though, just being real, like, as a white person in the conversation, like, objectively, I think a lot of it's more of, like, a consumerism thing. Like,
hell yeah.
It's less of, like, I don't think it's like a black culture thing. I think it's like a American black culture thing because of how like the consumerism train has like been sort of like pushed on y'all in a way where it's like, okay, we're gonna keep them in this impoverished state by just making them spend money on stuff that doesn't make any sense. But it's like a propagandized thing, like the same way people in Germany in the 30s were like being propagandized to hate Jewish people. You can be propagandized, by like the media to think anything. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of it was like, you know, in the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I mean, definitely in the 90s. Just the way like the freaking media machine was like getting everybody spending money on shit that was like, you know, it's not doing anything for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm not putting it down. I definitely, you know, like I saw the Jordan the Jordan documentary, and I think it like, you know, hell, and now everybody in the world wants to dress like black people. You know what I'm saying? Man. So it's like there's like this overall like cultural thing that I think, especially in the US, like there was this wave of like cultural influence because of like basketball and because of the culture and the entertainment culture. And so I think, I mean, you see people in other cultures do it too, but yeah, I noticed from the outside looking in, I think it's definitely like a keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. So like my family, I think, dealt with it in different ways. It might not have been shoes, but it might have been like, they got a fence around their yard. We got to have a fence around the yard.
We went to fucking Poland
so
for vacation.
I'm glad you bring that up.
You know,
I'm glad you say that, because what I tell a lot of black people is like, bruh, a lot of times y'all don't realize, like, bro, we don't do everything the same as other races, other cultures, but a lot of shit actually is the same. Like,
it's the same.
Humanality is
a lot of shit for sure
in general.
A lot of shit that people see as white and black, a lot of times it's actually more of like a rich and poor kind of thing. Cause like poor white people do some wild shit, dog. Like, you ever go to like a poor white neighborhood? Like, bro, I don't want to go there, bro. Like some poor like trailer trash neighborhood, dude. Like some white trash type stuff, dude. It's you know, you'll smell some things that you'll never, you know what I mean? And bro, they burn stuff that you didn't think would burn, and and then like just the amount of dogs that they'll have, that like, bro, you should have had less dogs than that, dude.
But
you should have had.
So that's another thing we talk about on this show. Racism is a part of capitalism.
For sure,
like, it's definitely a fabric. I'm not only capitalism. That's the wrong word. Classism. I'm sorry. Classism is the correct term. Yeah, because in every society, there's a class. Like, there's your upper class, lower class, and in American society, if you're black or, you know, darker skin, you got place at the low part of the totem pole.
For sure.
So it's just one of them things, like, when you understand it that way, I mean, it's still racism, but at the same time, once you start to come up, goddamn, you start to see, like, bruh, it's always gonna be.
There's a lot of people getting treated a lot of different ways.
Yeah, but people really in America, like you said, it's about, bro, how much money do you have? Like, what can you do for me financially and with your resources? But mostly financially. And then, if you get too big for your britches, honestly, as a black person, they will remind you, hey, boy, you know you black in America, right?
Yeah, for sure. And so exactly too. And so to piggyback off that, like the problem that I think a lot of white people can't see is that so a lot of what white people don't see with regard to like privilege is that if that is the case, if opportunity and and control and freedom is fueled by wealth, then if like there's a culture, a group of people that have historically been kept away from the wealth, and like due to redlining and all the things that happened during Jim Crow and all the stuff that happened after slavery, like if it was like, if it was kept that way to where the wealth was kind of kept away from this group of people, then it's not on them at that point. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's where there is like, so there are some like overlap. There is like a lot of overlap between white and black people where, okay, we deal with a lot of the same shit, but there's also some shit in there that's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like if you know, there are some white people that I feel like do have a level of privilege because of the fact that, you know, they grew up so, you know, their dad's dad was like the freaking, you know, the manager at Goodyear or something, and you know, and he, you know what I'm saying, right?
And so that goes
he
back
had a life insurance policy, you know what I'm saying?
But we was talking before the show about like holidays, and we talking about Halloween and shit, and how we feel like shit, You saying like you think adults celebrate Halloween probably more than kids? I feel like adults celebrate everything more than kids just because we pay bills and have responsibilities.
Yeah,
I deserve this.
Yeah, like I want a reason to get drunk or go have some fun. Like I have been working all week. Yeah. But so we were talking about like the whole Christmas thing, and I was saying like whenever I have children, I'm gonna tell my kids Santa Claus is not real.
Yeah, we were gonna talk about that. Yeah, so I actually do not think that that's a bad thing at all, man. I think you should definitely want to raise your kids with the rules that you like feel like make sense. Yeah. And because I feel like realistically, like I know a lot of people that will freaking break the bank, go into credit card debt, do some shit to their bank account that they should not do just to put on a Christmas
for one day,
just to buy some presents.
Nobody's birthday in y'all house,
bro. Get your money right, dog, and then buy a bunch of gifts. With your money that you don't need. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if any family, like if my not picking on my family, but just giving like a hypothetical, if my family would have taken like 3 or 4 Christmases off in a row and just got their bank account to like have a certain number in there,
talk the truth,
then it would have been, you know what I'm saying? Then they would have put themselves in a position to do like some crazy shit on Christmas.
Shit that matters.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit that matters.
Like, hey, we're gonna actually go and take care of some people, or we're gonna go and do give back,
right,
or whatever. Like you were saying, So so it's definitely cool to do that.
So I was saying that because. Like you said, you mentioned white privilege earlier. What?
No.
You mentioned white privilege earlier, and white privilege is 100% a thing. But privilege at the end of the day is something that, to some degree, everybody has.
Yeah.
I don't mind saying, I grew up very privileged. Black in America, but still privileged. There's a lot of stuff that not only black people didn't get to do, but people in general didn't get to do that I got to do as a child.
Yeah.
So that's why I look at a lot of shit like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? We still had our struggles, but it's a lot of shit I'm very fortunate to have done. When I have children, I want them to understand, like, bruh, it's a lot of shit that we can do.
Yeah.
That you would think this is our right to do, but boy, this shit, you know how hard I had to work for this money for us to go on this trip and for you to have this shit. So, like you said, like when it come that time of year, you just think like, oh, this one day a year. First of all, you think some big fat white man about to climb down my chimney and lose. Boy, hell no. You know what all I did for this shit?
Yeah.
So not only am I gonna let them know that, but that's not the point. The point is, bruh, y'all have a lot to be thankful for. So we gonna go do some shit for people that don't have as much, because the shit y'all have, bro, is a privilege. Right. Your necessities are met. Now that ain't a privilege. Water, food, shelter, education, you need that. That's something you shouldn't have to fight for. Yeah. But my kids ain't gonna grow up having to fight for that. They gonna have that and extra. So I'm gonna be able to tell them like, bro, this shit, you don't have to have that. It's a blessing to have that. You don't have to have that shit.
Yeah.
So
I think for the people who do like want to do the whole Santa Claus thing and be like super festive, like by all means, it doesn't bother me. But I also feel like when I have a family, I think I will do something a little different. It's like I don't know. A lot of that stuff is real. Yeah, I think it's like just really it's really white, bro. Like it's really white. It's really white. A black person, like it's really, a black person did not.
Pagan.
A black person did not come up with Santa Claus, dog. Like you know what I mean? Like
niggas ain't have no chimneys,
dude. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna sum up my whole
reindeer, like a reindeer flying in the air, dog. Yeah, that's some white people stories, bro. Because white, like elks and reindeers and stuff, that those are like in Idaho, Nebraska. There's not no black people in Nebraska, dog. Like it's normally corn on the cob, white people, you buffaloes,
I'm gonna say this before we go to the next topic. Only reason I said all that is to say, bro, if you
we about to wrap up. Go ahead and say that shit.
Y'all ain't got nothing to talk about? All right, bet. All right, well, cool. All I was saying that to say was, bro, if you got some type of privilege, you should use that to look out for people that's less fortunate than you. Like, because I've had these conversations with white people before, and basically I tell them like, bro, I can't say ain't nobody, but I'm not the black person that's looking for. We're not the black people that's looking for you to be like, oh, okay, black people are, fucked up in this country because of a lot of shit that white people did to them historically. So let's give them everything we have. No, I'm not. So I'm
gonna go even farther with this, dude.
To look out for them.
Yeah. So I believe in. So this gonna sound wild. dude, I think there should be some kind of like reparations, dog. Like for real. So and I only say that because of the amount of tax dollars that get spent on like some wild shit that I'm like, yo, y'all spending that on that, but y'all can, you know what I mean? Like a lot, because it's almost like if you had a group of people that were like,
that shit going on something shit like that. Palestine.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's almost like if you had a group of people in a country that were like prisoners of war almost, then most of the time, more often than not, they get taken care of whenever the war ends. You know what I mean?
Fucking.
So it's really kind of like that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Go to Germany, so they have like not the landmarks that we have, but they have several signs so you can't forget about the Holocaust.
Oh yeah, it's over with. Like you can't.
Saying, like no, I'm being
you're getting reminded about that every other day.
That's all I'm saying. Like you can't forget they have dates, names of people that lived in them houses, shit that happened to them. You don't have that. You walk down the street and
Napoleon genocided freaking millions of African people, dog. Like tens of millions of African
people. And them people got reparations. Not only they get reparations, but they have significant artifacts and signs for you. You cannot forget ever. What they tell us, man, that was how many years ago? Forget about slavery. And I'm glad I didn't even have to say it. He talked about redlining. He talked about the shit that happened after Reconstruction and the shit that led to
some wild shit
about it. But they're making a slavery movie every other year.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Not only that,
it's through struggle or like slavery or some type of shit.
And I say, goddamn.
So I got a question for y'all. So how big of a deal is it if a white person has not seen Black Panther?
I don't give a fuck about Black Panther.
Rest in peace, Chad.
You didn't see it, dude. So okay, so I want to go watch it just because it's like, okay, cool. It's, you know, celebrating like a black hero. But I feel like there's some people that I know that are like it was such a big deal for them that like if you were white and you're like kind of in the trenches per se, like and you didn't go see that movie, it's like a slap in the face.
That's some crappy shit.
I'm about to say, bro, it's a made up comic.
Ain't nobody, what?
This is a made up comic.
White man.
Let me tell you about Black Panther. I mean, because listen,
Black
Panther was made so when motherfuckers look up Black Panther on Google now, that's what they see and not original Black Panthers. That's what. So it's not, they don't see Huey Newton and none of that shit like that. You see all this fucking Disney and that Marvel bullshit going on. That's what you gonna see.
Wow.
They stay trying to paint a bad picture about
so
Black
I need
Panthers.
you to do this real quick. There you go. Let's Sersky. Yeah. Dude, when I tell you that, I've never thought about that.
If I'm being honest,
so I do want to say this though. So like in that person's defense, I understand where they're coming from. Like, cause like his perspective was, cause I don't disagree with either perspective, because what y'all are saying is valid too. But I think what he was saying is like some white people want to be like in the protests or like want to be like hanging out and looking cool and being around black people and don't want to also do like celebrate a fun moment with black people too, because that was like this is our first superhero kind of moment, right? And so I understand that perspective, so I was like, that's valid. But I was curious as to what y'all thought about that.
And go watch Judas and the Black Messiah.
That's a good one.
Go watch that. That's about some real black.
Have y'all ever seen Hidden Colors?
Black Klansman.
Have you ever seen Hidden Colors?
I was about to say, watch Hidden
Colors. So I started getting my eyes open to stuff when I was in high school, and I had an AAU coach that was like, gave me this movie to go watch. And this AAU coach, honestly, was probably related to Umar Johnson or something. You know what I mean? But I didn't care. I was like, all right, cool. I'll check this out, dude. Like, you're my coach. I looked up to him. I was like, I'll watch it. Cool. So I watched it, and I was like, holy shit, I'm white. This sucks.
This sucks.
Whoa.
This sucks.
You know what I mean? I've been to a Dr. Umar Johnson lecture. I swear to God. I'll show you the picture. I'll give you all the picture. He came to Savannah. So Dr. Umar Johnson, but he actually, a lot of white people don't like him because he goes in on white people. And but like I listened to him and I just objectively was like, a lot of what he's saying is more so. It's more so. He says out of 99 things that he talks about, he's talking way more about child psychology, about the education system for black people. He's talking about way more things than just like interracial dating and the shit that gets all the.
He goes in on black people
the
too.
Shit that gets all the clicks about like snow bunnies and all this stuff. I don't take offense to that stuff. You know, I might date outside my race, but if I'm looking at Dr. Umar, I'm not gonna be like.
Not saying I don't fuck with the sisters, but
you know, I might still do what I want to do.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying?
Nah.
I might still date other races, but I'm not about to. I'm not gonna take what he's saying and be like, "Oh, dude, this guy's an asshole" because he doesn't agree with that. He's got his reasons. Like most of it has to do with the economic side. Like most of what he's saying, like most of what he's saying, like when he's saying it from a place of like he just wants the money to stay in the black community. He doesn't want people to marry outside the race, and then like all the money goes to the other family. So I understand that, but he's not saying. But like I can still take that and be like, okay, I'm gonna still do what I want to do.
And some white people,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, he hate white people because he's saying
he's not saying that he hates white people. He shook my hand like a man and dapped me up and took a picture with me.
He's not trying to harm white people at all.
He might not have called me young king or something like that. You know what I mean? But he dapped me up. He didn't say young brother, but he was like he dapped me up and took a picture with me just like the next guy. You know what I'm saying? But I told him I saw him in Hidden Colors, and I was like, "Dude, I got you, man."
He was like, "Who? You really want me to think he down with the cause?"
You know what I'm saying?
He's not, but send him cash.
I don't mind a little Umar Johnson in my life. You know what I'm saying?
All right, man. We about to go ahead and wrap it up. Man.
On that note,
bro. Like we ain't even get to talk about what we really want to holler at you about as far as the life insurance shit goes. You feel me?
Hey, right.
We actually didn't even talk a lot about the comedy shows too. So y'all got to come out every Tuesday night at Eclipse downtown. Stand up comedy. Y'all got to come out to the. No, it's all good. Yes, every Tuesday night stand up comedy at Eclipse. Every Tuesday night at 9. We do weekend shows. I got a theater show coming up January 6th. There will be no storming of the Capitol or anything weird like that in Savannah. We're going to definitely storm the theater and have a good time. And there will be black people there too. It won't be a predominantly white, storming of anything.
Tuesdays are my Monday.
It was funny. I said January 6th the other day, and somebody was like, "Are you sure you want to do it on that day?" And it didn't even occur to me until someone said that. And I was like, "Holy shit, damn, dude." But it's a Saturday night, so it'll be fun.
It's a Saturday night. Still
it'll be good. It'll be Saturday night, so I still went through with it. And then
Gertie birthday.
January 20th, I'll be at Tybee Post Theater. So they got a theater in Tybee Island. That's pretty dope.
What? How long they been hiding that?
Honestly, white people been hiding stuff like that for a long time. You know what I mean? And
I'm almost 30 and never knew about that.
Tybee Post Theater is. I shouldn't say that about them. Honestly, we might bleep that shit out. We might honestly. No. But no, they're actually really good people over there. They welcome black people at Tybee Post. We probably had a lot of more black people than usual there when I had my show because people came out to support.
They gonna start banning you. Watch, like
honestly, that show might be canceled by the end of this cut.
You bring a certain demographic that we just don't like to have here.
No, I think they might cancel it honestly because of what I'm saying right now. But they're good. They're cool. They're good people.
So we coming up, shit. If they, listen, let me tell you something. If we get canceled after you come on, that means we done came up.
Yeah, that means you got some people watching your shit, dog.
We gonna take all the Reposado in there.
Yeah.
So next time tune in to the next time I'm on. We'll talk more about some comedy shit.
We got our
own
own
shit. We'll talk about some life insurance, some annuities. We'll talk about baby mamas and cousins and
we know about that.
What else did we miss out on?
That's gonna be the name of the episode. White people have cousins too.
White people have far less cousins than black people.
I don't know if I want to talk about white people and their cousins because
white people.
Yeah.
We already talked about that.
We'll figure out the name off of it. Eric, drop your socials where the people can find
follow
you.
Me on Instagram.
Trying to get out of here.
Fuck y'all, I'm going to get my kids. I've been going since morning. It's about to be 9 o'clock.
Be a black father.
9 o'clock. That's it.
You know how we always be cutting each other off and shit.
Yeah.
When a white motherfucker come on,
it
was like, let me cut you off for a second.
Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna interrupt you for a minute. And he did kind of have like a proper little. Sorry to cut you off.
This man always bothering me, but I'm like, fuck you. All right.
Sorry to. He did. He looked and he had his. Sorry to cut you off, sir.
It's not my fault.
Wait a second, brother. I gotta go. I gotta get my shit off.
Dude, it's all good. So follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, OnlyFans.
Whoa.
I'm just Pornhub. Eric Bailey. Nah, I'm just kidding. Don't look my name up on Pornhub, dog. Honestly, I don't know what's on there. There might be some stuff out there. Really, you never know.
After shows get pretty wild, huh?
On OnlyFans, actually, you know, I'm kidding. I don't have an OnlyFans. Instagram is where it goes down. That's where you can find this comedy stuff. Eric Bailey, you put the number 1 up front there. Number 1, Eric Bailey. That's pretty much everywhere, man. I'm on TikTok, you know. I'm on there with the kids doing the TikTok stuff with the teenagers. It's like a young people app, right?
I think I saw you interviewing some.
Before we get our top 3 comedians of all time.
Oh yeah, I got
you. 3? Fuck,
come on, man. Rapid fire.
Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Start strong.
Damn it, dude. Dave Chappelle. Top 3? You want the who I think is the top 3 or my favorite?
Your top
my
3.
favorite.
Your favorite. Yeah. Your favorite
okay.
3.
Dave Chappelle.
Two actors too.
Yeah.
We'll give you 5.
Okay, 5 is easier. 5 is easier. Dave Chappelle, Paul Mooney.
Okay. Paul Mooney's good.
Louis C.K.
Wow.
Louis C.K. Ooh. So I really like Red Fox, dude. I wish I could dress like that and go out and do a show. So that's 4, right? Yep. And I think, dude. I mean, it would be bad if you didn't put Kevin Hart in there, man. But I would say just because of what he's done for comedy, dude.
A lot of people just don't. Yeah, they don't like Kevin Hart, but
I don't like him.
So like I'm not talking like some of his newer specials, but like his old shit was good, dude. And he revolutionized being like self-deprecating and making fun of yourself. Like he's short as fuck, and I'm gonna make fun of myself. Cat Williams.
I'm about to say you took the words out of my mouth. I say Cat Williams.
So honorable mention would be Cat Williams.
Always funny as Kevin Hart to me.
For sure.
Cat Williams. But so like the only reason why I didn't put Cat Williams in my top 5 is because Cat Williams at the rate he was on, if he wasn't like kind of on some wild shit, whatever was going on with him, you know, definitely take care of your mental health. I definitely, you know, and I don't know what was going on with him, you know. I'm not saying like from a judging, like for real, like, you know, I care about people who go through stuff like that, right? But Cat Williams was on. He could have been like the GOAT, dog. As on fire as he was, bro. Like as on fire as he was in like the mid 2000s, he could have been like the next thing, dude.
American Hustle,
bro. He was like he was like
American Hustle,
bro. And then when he did it's pimpin', and then he did dude, he was on a fucking run, dog.
His stand up, like, bro, the man is
everybody, but like he was transcending, like, you know, certain people like a Paul Mooney. A lot of white people don't know who that is.
Yeah.
But like Cat Williams, everybody knew who Cat Williams was. White people, black people, Hispanic people.
Because he was in Hollywood.
Yeah, everybody knew. Mooney. I ain't gonna front Paul Mooney way before our time.
Yeah. So Paul, I just like Paul Mooney because when I started getting into comedy, I heard a lot of like the main, like the Dave Chappelle's and the Ari Spears talk about Paul Mooney. So I was like, let me look this guy up, and I would watch him, and he would say some wild shit, and like, but it was the most true shit, and it was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And as a white person, I would listen to it and I'd be like, holy fuck, I could be offended by this, but this is hilarious. Yeah, white people probably used to walk out, you know. I would say a couple honorable mentions would definitely be Deion Cole. I like Deion Cole a lot.
Yeah, he's funny.
Theo Von is like a comedian that's current that I listen to a lot. He's somebody that if you look at, like for me, I didn't think I was going to like him. He looks like a kind of redneck, like he has like a mullet. But he is fucking hilarious, and he's respected by like all the top comedians have been on his shit, bro. Okay. Like he's had like Funny Marco on his show. He's had
I ain't gonna say nothing because he's trying to.
No, he's had a lot of those guys that are like comedians that are like the young up and coming comics. Like Funny Marco is like a Instagram like
they tried the shit out his ass.
So
they tried the shit out.
What do you mean? What happened?
Man, let it be known. Hey, don't bring your ass on the podcast with that shit.
What they tried him?
Don't look up Funny Marco.
I think they was all into it.
I hope so.
Southside and goddamn G Herbo.
But he took to the internet after.
Whoa, Southside where?
That's the producer.
That's somebody's name.
Oh, so Southside and G Herbo. So yeah, that was very white. But no, yeah, the way you said it sounded like something happened on the South Side with G Herbo. So Southside and G Herbo tried him up or something. They tried
They went on his show.
Watch the motherfucker.
Okay. Yeah, we gotta go. Yeah.
Question for you, my guy.
All right, what's up?
Why you gonna interrupt me?
Oh,
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Go ahead. I know what you're doing. It's all right.
Yeah.
What does the
Fuck
pole
him.
mean to you?
Oh, dude, Savannah to me means togetherness, bro. Like people in Savannah, if they know what you got going on, will fuck with you and they'll support you.
Notice he
It's a lot of
translated.
times people, either whether it's drinking a little bit too much Paul Masson or smoking too much weed, people forget things easily, and then, you can't blame them for not supporting because they forgot or they don't know about the show. But if you have something going on, people will fuck with you and they support you. Savannah has been a large part of my personality, man. Like, I think I'll go to other cities and have a unique personality because of Savannah. Yeah. It's not somewhere I plan on living the rest of my life because I want to experience the other parts of the world. But I feel like I can
thrive.
I can return to Savannah at some point and be like mayor or something, dude. You know what I'm saying? Vote for Eric Bailey, like I'll, you know what I'm saying? And I might retire here or something. But like,
I'll vote for him.
You got the right slogan.
You can go anywhere from here. Exactly. You can make it anywhere from here, bro.
You can get anywhere from this motherfucker.
So, and I truly believe that. And I think, I think actually we're at a place now, and I'm gonna wrap this up, but I think we're at a place now where, because of what you were talking about earlier with how everything is like, you can blow up from a podcast, or you can, like Will Smith shared the video. I've never been around him or even seen him. You can blow up and be somewhere where you actually don't have to be in a big city if you're consistent. Right. And so I'm at a place now where I think I'm going to travel and move around the next year or two, but I don't think I'm actually going to move out of Savannah for a little while because of the fact that I'm getting opportunities here because there's like an open landscape for it. There's no comedy clubs. We can create a comedy scene. There's theaters that don't do comedy. I can create a theater show and have my own little home base here. Yeah. And I don't need to leave yet. So I'll travel and move around. But Savannah can be like a open canvas. I think a lot of times people think Savannah has a crab in the bucket mentality, and sometimes it does. Sometimes people here are like, they don't want to join forces and do stuff together. But if you're a good enough leader, you can find the right people.
Facts. That's what it's about. Finding your tribe.
You can find the right people.
Finding your tribe. So,
yeah.
On that note,
my guy,
it's been a good episode with you.
It has been.
You gotta come back.
Appreciate y'all for having me on.
Gotta come back.
E-Beezy, you know what I'm saying? Eric Bailey, the man, goddamn.
E-Bai, man.
E-Bai.
It's like, you might could buy something and then ship it, dude. But you don't get a free shipping like you do on Amazon, dude. But you might could buy something from me and flip it. You know what I'm saying? eBay. You can't like what else would you get on eBay back in the day? Dude, get some get some Jordans or something.
Get anything back to that.
eBay sell everything.
I used to be having whole bidding wars in the middle of class.
Man.
But I also think, I think I had a couple nicknames. I had Easy E one year was my nickname when I played AAU. I don't know, man.
Niggas gonna give you some nicknames now. That's one thing about hanging around black people. They gonna. I mean, that's probably people in general, but we gonna.
I don't think I very rarely got called my own name on basketball teams.
A couple of times.
It's mostly a letter. Like I got boiled down to a letter a lot.
E-B. About to say E-B.
Mostly E. Hey, what's up, E? What's up, E Bailey? Dude, you can say Bailey, but you can't say Eric. All right, cool.
Sounds cooler. This sounds a lot cooler.
Dude, E Dog, E Money,
E Beezy,
E Money.
Niggas gonna call you everything but what your mama name.
E Dizzle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is.
I used to get a lot of air.
Whatever you call them, goddamn, just don't call them.
There's no really consonants in there, or no, like really not a lot of vowels either. But
just don't call them.
Hey, what's up, Aaron? And then, dude, one of my coaches, we had a Jared on the team one year, and I used to think she was talking to me a lot. She'd be like, Jared, but it was like, dude, I thought she was saying Eric, but she was saying Jared. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Jared used to piss me off.
Shout out.
Shout out Coach Mackey.
Oh no, my bad. Yeah.
What
Goddamn, if they ain't heard me, fuck it. Goddamn,
Oh yeah, we can bleep
I
it out.
appreciate you, my guy. Big business, B, no Jaytona for $1,000. My nigga goddamn Nevatell. Young shit. We out there, so
I don't know what was said, but Eric Bailey